How you doing? I'm Sean Lutz, coming to you from my home studio here in Dallas, Texas. Today is December 28th, 2025. This is going to be episode number 34 from See the Light Sports. Detroit Red Wings update, NHL. Let's go with it, folks. Coming off the 3-day Christmas break, Detroit's on the road in Raleigh, North Carolina to square off against the Tide in the Eastern Conference with the Detroit Red Wings. To square off against Carolina Hurricanes, to battle for the Eastern Conference title, or first place, we should say. So let's just move right on and jump in. This is what we do. I'm going to try to do this real quick because we got another game tonight. Anyway, right off the bat, these ones with the break, each team getting 3 days off, and you're not allowed to practice, not allowed to travel. It is what it is. So you never know what you're going to get, and we got what we got. We came out with we just didn't have it going on at all. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on the score sheet today, but you can see Raz there got out. We got on there early with 12:39, and actually before that, Raz hit the pipe early on. But at the 12:39 mark, we even with getting our asses handed to us for the whole period, we were able to get a goal. And my notes for that period was flat, slow, lucky, Gibson show. So at the end of the one, it was 1-0 Carolina. And then into the second we start, that's another bad start, butts are slow. We're not moving around, folks. It's not looking good. But, Carolina, Blake evens it up at 3:22. Robinson, and then here's their shift after goals, folks. A cardinal sin. We're going to wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Robinson gives them a 2-1 lead, and then Ghost at 15:22 gives that a 3-1 lead. That's a shellacking there, folks. Any way you put it, I can't sugarcoat being outshot 32-9 with still like 4 minutes to play in the third period. And, these 32 shots, these were some good quality scoring chances. I mean, we weren't very good at all, but nonetheless, 3-1 after two, heading into the third period, we're just looking to say, like, man, can we just get some positive stuff moving here, get our feet going, which we did. We got on a power play, got some positive love there with narrowing the goal to making it a one-shot game at 3:11, making it 3-2. Carolina lead. Can we stage a comeback? With how we were playing, I didn't feel in it, but you never know. You can anything can happen. But no, it didn't. Shvenkinov did the damage again at 13:09. We weren't playing. We weren't going to win this one. No way, folks. 4-2 it was, and then Martinuk with an empty netter later. We really mustered hardly very many scoring chances. We really wasn't a good game for us, but it is what it is. You move it on, put it in the memory bank, move on. We got another game. We got to re-rack and reload tonight. We're back at home in the Little Caesars Arena, and we may as well just go into that. That's our next game. Is Toronto Maple Leafs. It's going to be a cool Original Six matchup with I always just love seeing Original Six, especially Toronto and Detroit or Montreal and Detroit at Christmas time. It just seems a little bit extra special for me, but I don't know why. I just like that. But anyway, Original Six matchup at Little Caesars with Toronto coming into town. Toronto is struggling, folks. I don't know what's going to happen there, but man, they are struggling. But that's who we square off tonight. And then let's just look at the other teams that are playing tonight as well. You're going to have Montreal at Tampa Bay, Islanders at Columbus, Pittsburgh at Chicago, and Flyers at Seattle. And that's it. That's the schedule. So let's move on real quickly. And move on into the results, because it was a pretty busy night last night with everybody returning after the 3-day Christmas break. But let's just jump right into it. There's a bunch of them, and they all have implications into the standings. And then the game, these games tonight, and we're going to look at them again tomorrow. It's so tight. But anyway, we had the Islanders over the Rangers 2-0, Buffalo over Boston 4-1, Toronto over Ottawa 7-5. This was a shootout. This was a wild game. So let's hope Toronto ran out of offense last night. But then you had Tampa Bay, Florida, and folks, this rivalry between Tampa Bay and Florida has turned into be like the Red Wings and Colorado Avalanche of the '90s, man. I mean, they were dropping mitts left and right. They had, at one point had 5 people in the penalty box. It was old time hockey, folks. But anyway, let's get back on that one. And whenever you see those two guys, tune into those because it's gonna get good. Then you had Washington 4-3 over the Devils. There's a parity point given up there that was in overtime. Minnesota over Winnipeg, parity point 4-3. St. Louis over Nashville 3-2. Chicago 4-3 over Dallas in a shootout. Calgary 3-2 over Edmonton. San Jose 6-3 over Vancouver, and a wild shootout with Colorado. Man, that team is scary good. 6-5 shootout against Las Vegas and Vegas. But yeah, that's it, man. That's a pretty big schedule. So let's see how that plays into the standings now in the East, and let's just move right along quickly, folks. We'll look at our Atlantic first. There you can see Detroit. I mean, there was no harm, no foul really with that loss, other than the games played in another regulation. Moving out on points, but you had Tampa getting that win, moving up in there, and then the Canadians been getting parity points. So, and then Florida's getting hot. So, we want one of these top 3 things there, but look, top 3 things slots with Detroit, Tampa, and Montreal. But look how tight that is. And then let's move on and then just look at it into the Eastern Conference now. Man, it is incredibly tight. So that loss last night against Carolina moved Carolina into sole first place in the Eastern Conference. They got 2 points more than us, but they also have 2 games in hand. We have 2 games in hand on them, so it could be, they could have 4 more points than we got if they win the 2 games they have in hand, I guess I should have said. But nonetheless, let's look how tight the points are. And then note it's down there to the Panthers at 42-point mark. I think pretty sure, yeah, that is going to be the last wild card slot. But you're looking at 5-6 teams there with, a point separation trying to make a wild card slot. So let's look at that wild card while we're there. So here's a wild card, and then you can see the top 3 in the sitting pretty in each of the division. That's kind of where you want to be, but you got to keep a look on your rear view mirror, because just if you look at the 3 and either in the Atlantic and the 3 in Metropolitan, they got 45 points. But then you go down, scroll down a bit, and you look at the wild card. That's 45 points is in the first place there, first wild card with the Caps, and then Panthers with 42. And then you have all those teams under the line there with Buffalo, New Jersey, New York Rangers with 42, and then down to Ottawa with 41 and Boston with 41. All those teams are in the hunt. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams right there just for a couple slots. It's a crazy, crazy tight race in the East. So anyway, folks, I'm just going to wrap this up quickly. I'm going to try to cut these down on the minutes. We got another game tonight, folks. Just want to say thanks for watching. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and safe holidays with the family. And let's wrap up this year strong. We got a couple games this week, and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Let's end 2025 with a bang. See the light, folks, and I'll catch you on the next one.